So I need to jump out of here, open the trapdoor on the supply and get right into the water. Okay, let's do it again. I think for so many tries at least one should work. The main thing is to click quickly. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah! I did it! One of the 20 challenges is ready. And here is my personal profile of Minecraft skills. As you can see, the save drop scale has begun to fill up. Let's continue in the same vein. Now I need to jump off onto the slime block and hit the villager with the trident right of light. The task seems criminally easy, but it is in fact not. I have already spent about 100 tries and all of them have been unsuccessful. And it's not just the difficulty of controls, but also the walls that protect the villager. In the end I was lucky, the trident began to fly where it is what needed and I hit my target. And here comes lava challenge. Using only 9 bots I need to overcome as many as 40 blocks. Of course, the first attempts were not the most successful, as here I managed to do this. It lacked literally one block, but still I will not count such a passage. There were a few more attempts like that, but eventually I learned and did what I had to do. And naturally it's time for parkour. I need to jump 110 blocks at the expense of the sand. As you can guess, it's not an easy task for a number of reasons. Firstly, the distance, 70 in the red, 30 in the yellow and 10 in the green section. Secondly, it's very easy to lose your pace when you change the inventory cell. And thirdly, my fingers start to hurt from quick taps. Fortunately, after resting for a few minutes, I made it to the end. As you should expect, a few more points have grown in the profile. It's nice to feel that all my efforts are not in vain. Certainly, redstone also needs to be studied. It's time to build these bouncing minecarts. The first thing we do is arrange the sticky pistons as a slime block on top of them. Next comes the minecarts and as is turned out under them need to destroy the rails. Powering up with redstone and put small intervals between them. And at the end we connect the whole thing to an infinite signal source. Voila! It is done. At this moment with a fishing rod I need to pick up 4 gold blocks. From a great height the float must hit exactly the correct place. I had no problem with the first 3, but the fourth was a bit of a sweet. However, by trial and error I still got to here. Now, having a canvas of 40 by 40 blocks, I need to recreate my logo using Minecraft tools. I know all the proportions, so I outlined the contours first, then started painting diagonally. To be honest, I tried very hard to match the original, but it turned out something like this. You can share your opinion on how similar it is. Here's a comparison. While you were watching, I climbed again to a height of 200 meters. This time to survive I need to put a ladder on a special block just before the end. Only do it in survival mode, of course. I had to die dozen times, which is all because there is only one block, it is difficult to get on it and also need to click very quickly. But then I pulled myself together, gathered, jumped and do what needed to be done. Okay, I'm in the underworld. What am I doing here? Alright, I need to kill a dragon like speedrunners do, meaning with bats. For a start, I destroyed some crystals because that flying kettle didn't want to come down. Then conducted my first attempt to defeat this rat with wings. It was followed inevitably by a second one, also a failure. I don't understand, no one offered him 2 chairs. I don't know why he doesn't want to sit. It seems that he will fly until the end of time. By the way, I sometimes hit the boss so well here that I could count it as another test I had completed. I am getting tired of doing self-bugging like a kamikaze. Maybe you... Oh, good, well done, my boy, at last. What's on my account? A few more bars are starting to fill up. Some are even more than half ready. Let's move on. And science I bragged about being such a great shot. Let's put it to the test. Especially for you, I will choose 3 targets of different levels of difficulty. The first is very simple and easy. The second I could not hit instantly. As for the last one, I had a problem. It is quite far away, plus it is protected by slabs. It took a fair amount of time to get it. Think about it, how much do you like parkour? I feel that in your variations at least one you did a jump off a block. But how about a 5 block jump? It is very difficult to do this, but it's possible on a special map. The idea is to get maximum acceleration not only forward but also upward. So it's super hard to do this test. I don't know, it's the highest level. Even just to get to the end point need to spend a lot of effort. And if you do that, it doesn't mean that you will reach the finals. All because accuracy down to the pixel is important here. A little mistake and you are already flying down. After spending about an hour or so, I found the perfect solution. That's what got me through. Here I have 2 lines. Behind the first I need to build a TNT cannon and such that when I shoot it will reach behind the second. To begin with, I built the most common mechanism what I remember from memory. Alright, let's do the first test run. Nice, very good run. Rebuild it more correctly. Let's try it now. Oh, it's already flying. Unfortunately, the projectile does not reach, so we should increase the delay. That's how it works, right? I got it. How about I put in a slab right here? Oh, good, but it really doesn't go as far as it should. I have to think of something. What if I put a trapdoor in here? No, it doesn't work. Okay, now I'm going to build a super duper mechanism that will be literally, well, really good. Alright, I'm going to win for sure. Look, I started up and... Why is this happening? Rebuild it now, it's going. I forgot to put TNT, no! Get in the water, please, get in, no! So I did everything right this time. If you fail to. Fine, back to the last version, but from now on there will be 2 projectiles per salvo. The first times were not the most lucky, but then I adjusted the gun and dynamite began to fly where it is when needed. Next in line will be the Eliters challenge. I have to fly through all the hoops without crashing into the blocks. The first flight was successful in principle, but towards the end I crashed into the last ring, if you can call that thing a ring. But literally after a couple of tries I passed the entire task without any problems. But the next one won't be as easy to do. In a full set of best armor with a shield and 3 golden apples I need to survive for 2 minutes against 10 wardens. Well, let's try it. Okay, now they already started sneaking, listening, I need to survive for 2 minutes. And just moving on shift wouldn't be fair, so I'll eat an apple. Ouch, ouch, why does it hurt so much? Wow, only 80 seconds. Attempt number 4, the last one was 50 seconds long. Yeah, they look very unattractive. Ayaya, it hurts. So, defending. Run. Cover up so they don't shoot. Healing and living. At least I lived more than 50 seconds. After dying 100 times I developed the perfect strategy. It is necessary to run around the perimeter while not running far away, so as not to provoke the use of the laser. Attempt number 1,203. Eating an apple right away. Great, so far I have been able to keep a perfect distance. Well. Oh, no, don't kill. Oh, great, I blocked it. Well, don't kill me. Yes, I made it. I also survived more. Thanks to the last challenge, the survival scale is completely full, which means it won't be long before my personal profile is complete. And you know, it's hard to imagine a challenges video without the classic water drop. As before, I climbed to a height of 200 blocks and started jumping. Only this time I did everything on the third try, all because the previous ones were more difficult. Next in line will be battle, but not with players, or rather with mobs. Having a set of iron armor and this kind of equipment, I will have to defeat all the monsters around me. The first round begins not bad, but this archer is certainly very annoying. Man, they took away all my health. And this skunk shoots. No, spider, leave me alone. Go back. Still you killed me. Yeah, the first time didn't go so well, let's do the second one. The important thing is to get rid of the spider poison, he's so disgusting. Sure, it's a lot harder than it looks. First of all, cave spiders, second skeletons, and third intense hunger. After playing a few more times I came up with a plan of action. In the beginning I angry one skeleton at the other. Then I finish off the rest before it's too late. Destroying the spider spawner, shooting the 6-legged buggers, and next I just clear the area of the remaining enemies. In the new task again need to work with redstone. This time I need to build this seemingly simple mechanism, which, when I press the lever, swaps one block or another. Let me start with the basics. I believe that only these 3 pistons are used in the mechanism, no more. I put a signal to both of them here, but something isn't working, I don't know. Maybe I could add a delay? Solves the problem thanks to property of repeaters. Now I need to make the middle piston work properly. After a lot of experimentation, I was finally able to make the center piston work for a short time when the lever is engaged. Then I did everything exactly the same for the off state. In the end, a little trickery and jumping with the tambourine, it seems reached the desired result. Putting the finishing touches on it, I wonder how it is. Oh, great! Works like clockwork. Once again a marksmanship task. This time I will shoot with a crossbow. The first target as usual went without problems, except that it took a few tries. With the second had to suffer, and not a little. All because it is at a decent height. But the third was just a nightmare. The influence of luck due to the split here is greater than anyone can imagine. But I did a lot more than this today, so my persistence took over. Now I have 2 islands with 15 blocks between them. The task is simple, I need to get from one to the other in 7 seconds. The trick is that I can do it normal way using shift. Here I need to use speed bridging. Anyway, I started, and my ass hadn't built this badly in a long time. Already halfway through. I just pressed you. Why are you falling? I'm doing everything right, I don't know, what do you want? After an hour, either I learned or I got lucky. In short, I completed the task at hand. And the last, hardest challenge. Why the hardest? Because only a small percentage of all players can complete it. I have to jump a single, a double and then a triple wall over the side. It's not an easy task, especially for me. The funny thing is that even the beginning caused problems, but of course I overcame it. I had to struggle with the second one. It was quite difficult for me to get through it, I spent a lot of time on it. And that's not the hardest part yet. And there it is, a red 3-block troll. How much effort and time I spend on it you should know, it's just awful. After trying many times, I came to conclusion that the usual way cannot pass this. Need to build a few more blocks here. Next, you need to look at the right points in correct time, reproduce some actions in absolute precision, and only then will you be able to repeat my result. Well, as you can see, I completed all the tasks and filled out my player profile to the end. It was hard and long, but at least I got my skills up. Thanks for watching, and remember guys, Zellenium doesn't say farewell, Zellenium says bye.